Michael Manson.
Lynette Fromme is 38 now. She hasn't seen Charles Manson in more than 12 years, yet she remains close.
He's a once-in-a-lifetime soul. He's a spirit. He's got a lot of spirit. He's got more heart and spirit than anyone I've ever met. And he's truthful.
Fromm still corresponds with Manson, who's serving a life sentence in California. And it was this new book about him which angered her.
The book is controversial. That's the only thing I can say about it. It's controversial to me. And when I first called you, I was furious. And I wanted to just call attention to the fact that it was a lie. But then I found there was a little bit of truth here and there.
The book is written by Newell Emmons, an ex-con who did time with Manson back in the 50s and 60s. It is supposedly Manson's words, as told to Emmons.
Well, they're not his own words. So the title is false, as far as I'm concerned. The book is worthwhile in the sense that it does have a thread of Manson throughout it, except that Emmons claims that Manson read the manuscript, or most of it, or heard it, and that's not true.
Fromm's been confined here since 1979. This is the only federal correctional facility for women in the United States. She lives in this dorm-like building, which she shares with 60 other inmates. She's been eligible for parole since 1985, yet she says she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, the parole board does not hold my life in its hands. And I don't want to be too critical, but men tend to think they do. Charlie never thought he did. He never expressed all this desire for power, this desire for acceptance. Emmons is making him more normal, or putting himself on him.
Would it bother you if you spent the rest of your life here in Alderson, West Virginia?
You know, that's a hard question to answer. I have to say that sure, it would bother me, but at the same time, I would rather be right with myself than to just take something short of what's right.
Prison officials say she's adjusted well to other inmates and has never attempted escape. Her work assignment includes landscaping when weather allows and indoor maintenance work in the winter. Much of her time is spent thinking about Manson.
I fall in love with him. Excuse me, I fall in love with him continuously, but he's very brilliant. And yet, whatever he wants to be, I let him be that.
Alan Cohen for ABC News in Alderson, West Virginia.
No, I usually, a person who does what I did doesn't repeat it. I can't imagine myself doing anything like that. And I don't even think about Ford. Other people do. I associate him with me. I don't.
Good evening. I'm Harry Reasoner in New York.
I'm Howard K. Smith in Washington. We have only one headline tonight.
It was 10 a.m. California time, September 5th, 1975. Then President Gerald Ford had just left his hotel and was walking across the street to the state capitol, ready to address the legislature.
And I actually said to myself, are you going to use this gun that's on your leg? This weighty piece that was walking me down there to the Capitol building. And I said, let's just go and see. Ford had his hands out and was waving and had just come from breakfast with the businessmen, and he looked like cardboard to me. But at the same time, I had ejected the bullet in my apartment, and I used the gun as it was.
The chamber was empty, but Secret Service agents found 4 bullets in the clip. Fromm claimed she was given the gun for protection, and when Ford came to town, she used it to take a stand on the environment.
I said, he was only 2 blocks away. I said, I got to go and talk to him. And then I thought, that's foolish. He's not going to stop and talk to you. people have already shown you can lay blood in front of them, and they're not, you know, they don't think anything of it. So I said, maybe I'll take the gun. And I thought, I have to do this. This is the time. I was unprepared.
Didn't it occur to you, of course, that you would be...
No! In prison? No. I didn't even... If I had planned to be in prison, I would have gone to state prison in California.
Fromm got within 2 feet of the president when a Secret Service agent spotted the gun in her hand.
The Secret Service agents were frantic, and they had the gun, and they kept going after my hand, and they were bending my arms and my hand, and I said, it's okay. I had one hand free. I was telling them, it's okay, it didn't go off. And there's a picture of that. I've seen it, you know. And in fact, I was so relaxed, there's some guy who I would like to contact me. He came through all that fear and held my hand up like this. He just touched it and held it up. And that's how relaxed I was. I was telling him, take it easy, it's okay.
After you were apprehended, what were you yelling?
Let's see if I can remember. This man is not your president. He's not a public servant. I'm not saying I tried to take a shot. How do you take a shot without a shell in the chamber?
But was the whole thing an attempt to attract attention?
I got 2 feet from him. I could have shot twice.
Do you have any regrets for that day?
No. No, I don't. I feel it was fate.
Alan Cohen for ABC News in Alderson, West Virginia.
He's got it. You know, he's got everything he wants coming from me. Because he gave me everything. He gave me so much. He gave me experience. He let me in on feeling. He cracked the shell that was trying to be so adult and so cut off from all feelings like we were trained to be.
Lynette Fromme met Charles Manson on the street when she was just 18. That was 20 years ago.
Oh, I definitely went after him. When I saw that he wasn't pushing and that he had spirit and that he understood me, I went.
To this day, Fromm insists Manson is innocent. She says during the Tate LaBianca murders, she was at the Spawn Ranch with other family members. She doesn't recall where Manson was, but claims he didn't kill anyone.
I know he didn't. I have no question about that. He definitely should be out. He didn't kill anybody. And I take responsibility for that. I would rather be in because I know I laid a lot of my thinking in his mind.
And in a recent NBC interview, Manson said he has no remorse. He claims he didn't kill anyone.
You've got it stuck in your brain that I murdered somebody. What do you want to call me a murderer for? I've never killed anyone. I don't need to kill anyone. I think it. I have it here. Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people. Then I would have felt better. Then when I felt like I really offered society something.
At Manson's trial, Fromm kept a vigil outside the courthouse with other family members. She was asked how all the publicity affected her.
A lot of pushing for something that people want, you know, and we got it, you know. But they can't grab at it, you know. They just have to be patient and give. And it's in everybody.
Today, Fromm is not ready to leave prison. She says confinement is not easy to describe to those who haven't been there.
I think it's unnecessary. I don't know why you have me locked up when I could be of value. But until policy changes for air and trees, water, land, wildlife, until, like CCC camps, bring the kids to the land, I'll be here.
Fromm says she's learned a lot about herself while here, but she may stay the rest of her life. She's eligible for parole again next month, but she has no plans to apply. Alan Cohen, WCHS-TV, News 8, Alderson, West Virginia.